Hey everyone, happy Whip Wednesday. I'm going to try to get through these as fast as possible. I wasn't here last Wednesday, so I have 3 finished objects to show you. The first one is actually this Zoe shirt by Kadri. Obviously I need to weave in the ends and I still need to put buttons on it, but for the purposes of this Whip Wednesday, she's going to be considered finished. And this is what she's looking like. She's a little bit looser than I had intended, but I did use a superwash merino and I didn't gauge swatch, so that's kind of on me. But I still think she's super cute and I'm planning some outfits and some stylings for her. The next finished object that I have are my February socks. These are the socks I was working on for the month of February. It is the vanilla sock pattern by the Crazy Sock Lady and some hand-dyed yarn that I picked up in Moab, Utah at the store called Desert Thread. And I also knit up a mini sock because I'm knitting up 1 mini sock for every pair of socks that I knit this year. This is in the colorway Chalk Box and this was in the colorway Moab, both from Desert Thread in Moab, Utah. My third and final finished object is this Barocco MCal square. I'm participating in the Barocco Make Along and I'm making squares for every month and then at the end it becomes a blanket. I actually need to make 5 more of these in order to consider February to be completed, and that also leads me to my first whip, which is the second square for the Barocco MCal for February. Now getting into some other whips, I have already cast on a pair of socks for March. I was feeling a little bit of FOMO for not having anything on my needles that was pink for Valentine's month. So I cast these on and I'm trying to teach myself 2 at a time. Obviously it's going fine. It's just a little bit more fiddly and there's 2 balls of yarn attached to the project, which I'm not sure if I love yet. It's another vanilla sock pattern by the Crazy Sock Lady. Maybe next month I will attempt a new sock pattern, but as of right now, this is my tried and true. And this yarn is, I forget the name, it's called Ancient something. I'll put the name of it on the screen. But yeah, that's the yarn that I'm using. I still have my crochet 6-day star blanket. It hasn't moved since I saw you guys the last time. But I do need to get working on it because obviously there's a baby coming soon. I'm knitting this up in Caram Blossom Cake, I think in the colorway Blossom. It's just this gorgeous pink, purple, light blue kind of colorway. Next thing I'm knitting up is a Sophie shawl. It is one that I'd like to have before my trip to Canada. So this is going to be my traveling whip as I'm heading out west this weekend. And yeah, this is also in that Ancient yarn. I can't remember, it's Ancient and then there's another word that starts with A, but I'll put it on the screen and the colorway. And this is obviously by Petite Knit, the Sophie shawl pattern. And yeah, I'm super obsessed. I really wanted a hand-dyed version and I think this yarn is going to be gorgeous for it. And my final whip is a new sweater because I cast off a sweater and I cast off a vest, so a new garment. And that is the waffle loop sweater. This I'm knitting up in Barocco alpaca. I think it's ultra alpaca.